A major climate event may threaten the island's economic gains. Prime Minister Pierre again echoed that crippling fear when questioned on the economy's position at the pre-cabinet media briefing on Tuesday. The macroeconomic indicators point to robust growth, but all that could be upended by the climate crisis, which disproportionately affects small states like Saint Lucia. Then there is also the question of chronic social issues at home and geopolitical uncertainty abroad. He is concerned about the impact of gun violence and international crises.
The economy is transitioning properly. There are still downside risks. The main downside risk is a climate event. That's a main downside risk. Just happening in Florida now. As I've told you many times before, I'm very concerned. That's what I lose sleep for. I don't lose sleep about the other things, the other excitement. I lose sleep about a hurricane. I've told you so before several times. I lose a lot of sleep about that. That's one. The second downside risk is what's happening in the international arena. Oil prices, the war in the Middle East. I lose a lot. I'm concerned about it. And the third one I'm concerned about is the gun violence. Apart from that, the economy is well on track.
Nonetheless, Pierre remains cautiously upbeat about the growing tourism industry, the enforcement of legislation to improve living standards for residents, and wage negotiations.
We're going to have the biggest cruise season ever, starting on Thursday. Our tourism numbers for August were higher than 2019. These are facts. Understand? The minimum wage is in effect. We've opened the minimum wage office to ensure that the minimum wage is followed. The office has been opened. Very excited about that. We are in negotiations with the public servants. The negotiations are going on very, very, very peacefully. We are hoping that we can continue the flow, because I've asked the civil service, I've asked the negotiating team, see if we can expedite matters so we can get the negotiations completed.
Prime Minister Pierre also had a few choice words on criticisms about the economy from opposition.
Sometimes I actually feel amused because, I have a country to run. Right? So I do not answer everything. When I have people all in a sudden have got very sanctimonious and have got very, very, they've seen heaven, pious, they've seen the Lord. When I hear people who were in government, who they record their rap sheet is clear. When I hear these pronouncements, it doesn't bother me, You know what I've told you what I lose sleep over. So I am very comfortable with other countries.
Data from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank projects St. Lucia's economy to expand by 7% in 2024. The Pierre-led government has been touting the social and economic policies, including first quarter unemployment record low of 11.4%, real GDP growth projected average of 7% in 2024, the increase in government and NIC pensions, and the implementation of the first ever minimum livable wage. Prime Minister Pierre says the government continues to work to minimize the impact of downside risk on the economy by boosting the country's resilience to climate change, improving the police force's capabilities to tackle the surging gun crime, and implementing policies to cushion the blow of international crises. Gina Filippi, HDS News Force.